What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. All right, I am talking about The Real Housewives of New York City, Season 8, Episode number 9. I'm just going to do this by memory because I didn't take any notes. I actually watched it while I was on the train during my commute from work today, and I didn't feel like rewatching it to take notes when I got home. So I got stuff to do. Anyways, but I wanted to talk about this episode, and pretty much the whole entire episode was the argument between Bethany and Luann, which was so freaking ridiculous. I mean, I don't even understand what happened. So I know I didn't blog last week, but you know, the argument started in last week's episode with, I don't know why Bethany started in on Luann though. I guess Luann said something about her being like Sonya's mentor or whatever, and then Bethany starts laughing. This is last week's episode. And then just goes in to tell Luann how she's can't be anybody's mentor or whatever. And you know, I don't know, I feel like Bethany just really had a stick up her ass, and she just for some reason came in a funky mood and just went in. She didn't know who else to go in on, so she went in on Luann. Like, that's the only thing I could go. I mean, like, Bethany is going off on her, talking about she said she created Skinny Girl, and Luann, she did misspeak when she said she came up with the name Skinny Girl, but then she did backtrack and say, well, I was with you when you did it or whatever. But at that point, Bethany was already on the roll, so there was nothing much that the Countess could do at that point. She starts going in on Luann about, called Luann a slut, says she's not a girl's girl, she sleeps with married men, she sleeps with young men. And you know, like, I guess she supposedly is dating the guy that she's dating is supposedly had dated Ramona, and she just goes in on that. And then for some reason Ramona comes in and tries to tag her way into the argument, and Bethany tags out, and Ramona starts going in talking about, you know, I dated Tom or whatever his name is, and you know, we went out on like 8 or 9 dates, and from what I hear from Bethany's friend is that you went up to him and was like, oh, you used to date Ramona, oh, so now I guess so now I'm next, right? Can I have you next or something like that? And I'm like, what? It sounds ridiculous, for one, and for two, what's her name? Dorinda's already said that she introduced Tom and Luann to each other because she thought they would make a great couple. I don't know why no one brought that up. Luann didn't bring it up, nor did Dorinda bring it up. And poor Dorinda, she's just running through the house. She doesn't know what to do. She's so hurt that these women are arguing in her house, and rightfully so. I mean, she put in a lot of effort. She cooked all that food. She decorated. She put little gifts in each one of their rooms, and you know, she was really trying to make a nice night for everybody. You know, it's good that she changed it from an entire weekend to just one night, because these chicks is acting like psycho. So Carol comes in, and like, she comes in the middle of Bethany and Luann's argument, and Carol's just like, oh my God, really? What's going on now? She goes up to the room and she tells Dorinda that if she had known that Luann was gonna be there, then she would have stayed in New York. And Dorinda's like, I'm pretty sure I told you that Luann was gonna be here. And then they showed a flashback to the week, not last week's, but the week before last episode, where she said, or it might have been last week's episode, where she said, you know, when Carol said, I can't sleep under the same roof as Luann, and she's like, oh, you know, you're gonna have to make it work or something like that, she said. I guess Carol thought that she was gonna uninvite Luann because she uninvited Sonya basically. And she was saying she uninvited Sonya because she didn't want Sonya to be in the crossfire of everybody's judgment and everything. But I mean, at the end of the day, these women want to argue, they are going to argue, and that's exactly what happened. And I don't know, I was just really annoyed with Bethany. I was just really annoyed with Bethany because she just kept going on and on and on and on and on for no reason. And I mean, I don't know what any of it had to even do with her. Like, and then when she goes up to the room where Carol and what's her name? I can't remember who was all in the room. I think it was Carol, Ramona, and maybe Dorinda were in the bedroom. And she goes, you know, she made it seem like the whole argument, that what set her off was the fact that Luann had said she created the name Skinny Girl. But then when Luann sent her a text and apologized to her later on in the episode, and then brought it up again, Bethany says, that's a small issue, the big in the big issue, in the bigger picture or whatever. And I'm just like, but you said not that long ago that's what set you off and had you going off like a crazy person, So I just think that Bethany just really had something bothering her, and she just let loose on Leanne. She just let all of this anger and frustration that she has and just let it go and let it rip on Luann, because for some reason Luann is an easy target for her. I don't know. And Luann, she never really seems bothered. She lives in her own little world. She is just like blah 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 blah. She'll go back and forth with you, but as soon as the argument is over, she's like, okay, she's so unfazed. And just like Dorinda said, everybody else is seeming very uncomfortable, except for Luann. She's just fluttering around like everything's okay. I'm just like, because the argument was ridiculous. Bethany was just being her normal mean girl self. I don't know why she was going in on Luann like that. And then poor Jules. She's outside trying to call her dad. Her dad is in the hospital, and Luann comes outside, and she's trying to tell Luann that there's bigger things in life, and telling her that her dad is in the hospital and he's possibly dying. But for some reason, Luann, I don't know if she can't hear it, she can't process it, or she just don't give a shit, which is probably the latter, the third thing that I just said, that she just doesn't give a shit, because instead of saying, oh my God, are you okay? Like, what's going on? She just starts saying, I can't believe Bethany would go in on me like that. And then she just kept saying it over and over and over again, to where poor Jules just gave up even trying to, change the subject or, anything, like even trying to have any kind of emotions about her dad at that time, just like Luann is just in her own world. It is all about the Countess, and y'all are just in her little world, and she don't give a shit what y'all got to say about her, which she shouldn't. She really shouldn't care what they have to say about her. But it's just funny, her reaction to people, because she honestly shows that she doesn't give a fuck about what people have to say about her, because she's like, oh darling, whatever, and just brushes it off. I'm just like, I don't know. The whole thing was a mess. And then Dorinda starts going off like, you can all go home. You all want, nobody wants to be here. You can all go home. I did this. I put this all together. Meanwhile, she's got a vodka bottle in her hand. I put this all together. I cooked. I decorated. I wanted to make it a nice evening. And then they all start feeling bad or whatever. Bethany starts feeling really bad, and she's looking all uncomfortable like a child that's, been scorned and don't really know what to do. And for some reason, they all decided to sit around the Christmas tree, and Jules had brought gifts, and, there were games and things for them to play for the weekend. And I don't know. I thought everything was going to be fine at that point, but then the argument with Bethany and Luann picks up again, and I'm just like, oh my God. And then Bethany's tripping because she finally realized that Luann was right, that her haircut is similar to Luann's haircut, which it is. It's very, 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 very similar haircut. I don't know how Bethany could even deny that the haircut isn't similar to Luann's. And Luann's been wearing that hairstyle, hell, all 9 seasons that I've been watching, or 8. What's the season? What did I say this was? Season 8? Season 8 seasons? Yeah, all the 8 seasons I've been watching, and Luann's pretty much been wearing the same haircut. Sometimes it's a little shorter, sometimes a little longer, but it's basically the same, So anyways, what else happened? I don't want to skip over anything, even though I didn't write my notes down. I always have to have notes, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, and then Ramona's dog is shitting all over the house. Like, really? You bring your dog? Isn't your dog potty trained? Like, why the hell is he shitting all over this woman's house? And then you're not even trying to watch him and pick it up, and everybody's like, it's dog shit around the house. It's dog shit around the house. And Ramona doesn't say anything. I just find it funny. These ladies were going from room to room. They were in this room talking shit. They were in this room talking shit. Then you have this group over here, and then this person would come from this group and then go to this group, and then it was just like musical rooms up in this house. It was just like... And then I don't know. This episode was just, all in all, it was ridiculous. It was so childish. It was petty. And honestly, I feel like Bethany, I know Bethany, started it all. Why, I don't know. Maybe they're right. She needs to get some. She needs to find her a jump off or something so that she can, pull that stick up out her ass. Because, she's always talking about she wants to tell it like it is and things like that. But, there's, like Carol was saying, there's a way to deliver your message. Which, what she was saying to Luann, she shouldn't have been saying it at all, no matter how she delivers it, because it's none of her damn business who Luann sleeps with. And if Luann wants to be the biggest slut, and if Luann wants to deny being the biggest slut, which I don't think she's ever really denied the fact that she likes men. And I mean, it's you see it on camera every single season that Luann likes to party and she likes a bunch of men. You know what I mean? We see it. She doesn't have to admit to it because we all see it. So, like, I don't know why that would annoy Bethany so freaking much. Like, other than the fact that she's mad because she's not getting as much action as Luann is or something. I don't know. Then we see a scene with Sonia. She goes to her, I'm assuming he's some kind of plastics. I don't know if he's a plastic surgeon or if he's just her Botox guy. I'm not sure. But anyway, she goes and gets some kind of vaginal rejuvenation. It's not the surgery. It's some kind of long-ass dildo thing that they stuck up inside of her and it shocked her vagina or whatever. I'm like, okay. Ugh, that looked like it hurt. But it might be something that I would do. I probably would. There's all kind of stuff, I don't know. I think I might try something that's not, that's a little less invasive first. And then if, as I get older, move on to something like that. Hey, do what you got to do to get your groove on, okay? Anyways, so Sonya didn't really have a big part, of course, because there was so much drama going on in the Berkshires that, the camera, the whole episode was basically about them in the Berkshires. All last week pretty much was the same, and looks like part of next week's episode is also going to be the same. Let me see. Did I leave anything out? What else was going on? I mean, it was just a bit ridiculous, Poor Dorinda. I mean, she really, really tries to get people together, to have them, have a good time. And her parties just never goes right. Like, she has not had a good, successful party without a big blow up yet. This whole season, we're on episode 9. This is like her third party maybe, because she had the lingerie party, she had the party at John's cleaners, and then she just had this little weekend thing. Trying to think, was there another party that people like started going crazy on? I don't know, but yeah, it's like poor Dorinda, she just can't. She can't win for losing, the poor lady. And I really like Dorinda. I mean, she really tries. She just wants everybody to be happy and, and just drink some martinis and just chill the fuck out, And I don't blame her, but, she got some crazy friends. And so we'll see what's going to happen next week. I saw some of the previews. I didn't watch all of them, so I'm not really going to talk about the previews because I honestly don't know if I can remember all of the preview. But anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much the episode. The episode was basically Bethany screaming at motherfucking Luann, and Luann just acting like she was listening to Bethany, she was trying to get through to Bethany, but at the same time I feel like she just wanted Bethany to shut the hell up so that she could go have a cocktail. Oh, yeah, and then, when Carol got there, she said she heard Bethany arguing with a man. And I'm like, you know what, get over all of that. I don't think Luann sounds like a man. She has a deep voice, but there's a lot of, Dorinda has a deep voice. Like, there's a lot of women that have deeper voices, but you can hear in their voice that they're not a man. You know what I mean? Like, if I heard Luann on the phone, I would not think that she was a man, I'm just like, Carol, you need to get over whatever it is you need to get over with Luann as well, because clearly you're not over everything. You want to act like you're over it, but you're really not over it, okay? So miss me with that mess, just whatever. These ladies, I don't know. Hopefully they can work it out. I'm assuming we're about halfway through the season because this is episode number 9. So anyways, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If I left anything out, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I'm getting about sick of Bethany this season, to be honest with you. I am like over Bethany. I'm kind of over Carol too. For real. I don't know. I think I'm just over both of those guys, both of them. Sometimes I think Carol's a little over Bethany. Well, do you guys get that feeling? Because it's always like in her interviews when she talks about Bethany, it's almost like she wants to say something a little bit more rude, but at the same time, you know, she doesn't, you know, want to rub Bethany the wrong way because she knows Bethany's gonna watch it. That's just the feeling that I get. Like she doesn't necessarily like the way that Bethany acts in situations either, you know. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you thought about this episode, and until next time, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel is Just Saying. Bye bye.